Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this morning, I guess, I ran up to Edmonton and ended up snagging this 10,000 pound Bendpak hoist. So I was actually just about going to order a brand new one, not a Bendpak, but like a Atlas or another one of them Chinese ones. But I know this one's like a few years old, but looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little bit dirty on the bottom as usual, but they just took it out of their shop because they were putting a 4-post hoist in there. And also I snagged a brand new takeoff long box for that other 2022 Duramax. So instead of trying to fix that box, just put a fresh new box on. I can just paint it silver and be much easier to fix. Plus it was only $1,000 for the box, and then I picked up the hoist for the box is $1,100 and the hoist was $2,500. So I think that's a pretty good deal, especially since it's in pretty good shape. Except for when they loaded the box, I kind of was trying to stick it in the back so I could make one trip, and then they had it on this like crappy pallet, and I started driving down the road and it started wiggling on me. All the straps started flying off, so I had to pull over and rip the pallet out and get it restrapped down. And it also came with that box came with a brand new bumper too, with sensor holes, and then obviously them are the arms and stuff for the hoist. But I'm just going to pull this into the shop, and then I'm going to head back down to the farm, and I can finish sandblasting that frame, and I'm going to haul the skid steer back here, still skid steer for a bit, and then we can set up that hoist here soon, and then I'll show you where we're going to put it. Alrighty, so when you first come in here, I want to put the hoist on an angle. So this would be the back of the shop, and then it's going to be facing, I know it's kind of pretty hard to tell in the video, but on an angle right here, so then that way I can pull or back the trailer in right here and put the vehicle right onto the hoist. So if they're all smashed up, you can just pick them right off the hoist, and then either on this side I'll have the tire machine, or on that side I'll have the tire machine, and then I'll probably put like an air compressor there. So if I ever want to build like a mezzanine or up here one day, it can be over top of the air compressor, and you can almost like box that in, so the air compressor and the little fuse panel room is all in one little room there, and then you can have like some stairs going above the room to the mezzanine there. Maybe, I don't know how far to go, maybe like, I don't know, 5 feet, but we're not going to do that for a while. So I'll just try to put the hoist in a spot where it won't be in the way. I guess I can move it back down the shop a little ways. And then also, yesterday was the meeting for the county, so I got approved for my business license here. And then I talked to the building inspector, so we can go ahead and I'm going to spray this hopefully next week here. Spray all this stuff with a fire coating, and then probably either tin up to like the 14 foot, I think that's 14 feet right there, or possibly the roof. Probably just the 14 foot for now. I mean, I could always go up more later, but Dad doesn't really know how we could, or what we could do to connect this 14 foot, or like connect it to the roof, right? So if you look at kind of the beams there, you can't see anything behind it. I don't know. I'm not really sure what you do there. I have no idea how to do that. So probably just go to the 14 foot, spray it first, put the tin up to the 14 foot. It'll look pretty darn nice. And then one day I can, if I wanted, I could, tin the rest of the shop and to the roof. And I think I might get rid of these skylights. I don't know. So far I don't really like them. They just drip in the winter all over your stuff that's sitting down here, right? So I still got obviously a mess in here, but I gotta take everything out of here next week when I go to spray it. So I'll have to bring the scissor lift in here and probably mask off all these beams, mask off all the doors. I don't want to overspray anything, and then because it's gonna be white, right? So I'll have to mask it all off, and then I can spray it, right? So, but that's a video for next week. And for now, I'm gonna run back to the farm and I'm gonna finish sandblasting and stick that. I'm running a little late since I went to Edmonton this morning, but stick that frame in the paint booth and maybe throw some primer on it tonight. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna sandblast the bottom of this frame now that it's laid out, and it's looking pretty good. Obviously, I'm gonna flip it back over once I'm done here, and I'll just touch up the top, and then we can just stick it into the paint booth. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I got actually quite a bit of it yesterday, so shouldn't have to do too much. It should be about half an hour blasting and get this thing flipped over and just touch up the top. But just mostly need to get in all these pockets, right? And then just You can sandblast down these inside the frame here, and a couple other little spots. But just got the pressure warming up there, and should be ready to roll. Alrighty, so the bottom finished up here and it's looking pretty darn good. So I'm gonna go ahead and gonna flip this over and just touch up a few spots that I missed on the back. I'm pretty sure it's all good, but just gonna flip it over, double check. I see there's just a couple little spots that I need to touch up there, and then I'll be ready to stick it in the booth. Alright, so I got it all finished up here and it's ready to go in the booth. So I'll go get the skid steer and try to pick it up here. Probably just throw a strap around it and try to hang it in the booth. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I got pretty much like every crack and crevice is nice and clean. So should be perfect to paint. Alrighty, so I got in the paint booth here and I'm pretty much ready to spray. I got it just hanging up here with ratchet straps. It actually worked pretty slick. So I already blew it all out, a little sand out of it, so it should be ready to go. And I'm just gonna spray it with this is 3:1 Endura primer. So this stuff's actually white, so it should work. This stuff's pretty awesome stuff. And I just need to do one thick coat, and then you can pretty much, by the time you're done painting, you can just you can top coat right over top of it. I think there's no flash time. Just the 10 minutes. I usually just give it 10 minutes and then you're good to go. So I'm gonna throw a mask on, so this stuff's kind of gross, but I can pretty much just start spraying now. Alrighty, so I got the paint all laid down here and it's looking pretty darn good. So I just went with the factory paint coat of the truck on the frame, and it turned out pretty awesome. So Wasn't exactly sure how the silver was gonna look on the frame. I've always went gloss black, which looks pretty good, but I just kind of wanted to change it up. And I'm pretty happy with this. So here it is with the sunlight on it, and looks pretty good. So I'm pretty excited to see what it's gonna look like with the truck on it and everything else, and with them black wheels. And then yeah, just with them gonna do all the suspension parts with the semi-gloss black, and it should go pretty good. Black and silver goes together so great, I find. And this silver painted so nice, so it was really easy to paint, and just looks so good. And up close of it, can't really see the oh, there we go. Now you can see metallics, but yeah, it turned out pretty wicked. So I'm gonna let it sit for probably a couple days and let it dry. Tomorrow I'm gonna tackle that hoist in the shop and get a few other things ready in the shop so we can start doing more work in there. And I gotta spray that coating, right? So, but it's getting late out here now, so I'm gonna head her home and call it a wrap for this video. So thanks for watching, and make sure you tune in for the next one, and we can get this truck all completed. Peace.